Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to touch on the following points. How much money you'll need to start dropshipping, how much money you'll need to start advertising your products, and where to go from here once you've decided that you actually want to do dropshipping. As a quick summary before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that you don't need much money at all to start dropshipping. All you need is time and determination. So with that said, let's get into it. I'm going to assume that you'll be using Shopify for your dropshipping website. So to start, these are the things that you'll have to pay for. So the first thing is domain name registration. That's going to set you back roughly about USD $20 per year. The second thing is your Shopify subscription, which will cost USD $29 per month. Now, don't forget that you get the first 2 weeks for free. Number 3 is logo design. You want to get a logo designed by a professional designer, maybe through Fiverr or some other similar service, and that should set you back roughly USD $50. Or if you have the skills, you can just create that yourself. Number 4 is a Shopify theme. Now this one is completely optional. You don't need this. You can just use a free theme. But if you want your website to look a bit more professional, you can spend some money on a theme, which will set you back about USD $250. And number 5, which won't cost you anything, is just your free time. But this will probably be the hardest one to find, especially if you currently work full time or if you're a student and don't have much time. You will need a lot of time to set up your store and get everything looking just right before you actually advertise your products. That's pretty much the minimum amount that you'll have to spend for your website, but the good news is it's also all you need to spend, so it's pretty viable. When it comes to advertising, if I was you, I would set aside probably around USD $400 before I started advertising, and I would start slow and cautious. What I mean by this is I would do my research before I started spending any money. So I would choose an advertising platform. I would suggest or advise that you use Google Shopping Ads or Google Ads. It's just the safest option in my opinion. It's less risky than social media advertising, especially to start off with. So I would just research that platform, make sure I knew what I was doing well before I even started spending any money. I see a lot of dropshippers recommending Facebook ads, and that's pretty much all they talk about. I rarely ever see anyone talking about Google ads when it comes to dropshipping. I personally haven't had much luck with Facebook ads, and this is why I am a huge advocate for Google ads, just because it's always worked for me. And I do think it's the most or the easiest platform to learn when starting out. And I've always seen constant results with Google ads or Google Shopping ads. So do your research, figure out which platform you'd like to use, and then watch a bunch of videos, read some tutorials, and make sure that you're confident in using that platform before you start spending any money. Finally, when you start making money, the advertising costs kind of become irrelevant, because as long as you're making profit, you can spend as much as you want on your ads. Whether it be $500, $1,000, $5,000 a month, it doesn't really matter as long as the traffic that's coming to your website is converting and you're making money and profit. You can spend whatever you want on ads. The sky is the limit. So to conclude this section on advertising, I'd recommend to have at least USD $400 ready before you start advertising, just to make sure that you can give it a proper go. Once you've done your research and you've decided that you actually want to do dropshipping, don't delay, start the work. And the work starts with registering a domain name. I've seen way too many people wanting to do dropshipping, but then never actually putting in the work. If this is something that you want to do, you need to start putting in the work and starting as soon as you can once you've done your research. So after you've watched my videos and the videos of other experienced dropshippers, and you feel like you know enough to start your own website, just get into it. As a side note, don't get stuck with the whole niche thing. A lot of dropshippers will recommend that you pick a niche or that you do a one product website. I disagree with this. I think it's more risky doing that. I would suggest instead that you do a general store type of website where you can sell multiple products in many different categories, and this will allow you to test multiple products at the same time, and it means that you won't lose any work that you do. So for example, with a one product website, if that product was not to perform, you would have lost all that work that you did to set up the website. With a general store, if it doesn't work out, you can just try a different product and see how you go. So from here, I would recommend the following. Register your domain name. Get your logo designed. Find 10 or so products that you'd like to sell. Find the suppliers for these products. Get the images and content ready for these products before you do anything else. Start up your 2-week free trial with Shopify. Add in all your product content and pages within this free trial period. The next step would be to start advertising your products within this free trial period so you aren't getting charged the monthly fee. And hopefully, if you've done everything correctly, you should start making money straight away. And finally, just keep tweaking, keep adding new products until you're making more and more money. Sounds pretty simple, right? But don't forget, none of this is actually hard. It just takes time and dedication, perseverance. You gotta put in the work to get to this stage. But once you do, believe me, it's worth it. And that's it, that's all you need. All up, you're looking at roughly around USD $500 to get started. And if you ask me, that's pretty achievable. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you've learned something new, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. By doing this, you'll be helping me to reach more people, and hopefully they'll also get something out of my free content. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.